as old media tried their best to cover Tyson Fury glove scandal to no prevail or any success, because Tyson Fury Glove Gate turned out to be bigger than the gate itself for Wilder versus Tyson Fury rematch. So they could try to hide from the truth, however they could never ever hide the truth. And after having a debate with Paulie Malignaggi over Tyson Fury Glove Gate, I came to a realization that Paulie Malignaggi, as he's too part of old media, their eyes are useless when their mind is blind. So in other words, you could have all the knowledge in the world. However, if you choose to be blind to the truth, then what's really the difference between you and Stevie Wonder if you let your emotion get the best of you and block your vision from seeing the truth? I really wonder. And that's what's pretty much happening with Paulie Malignaggi. Due to his close relationship with Tyson Fury and his team, you also have to keep in mind that Tyson Fury reminds him of himself back in the day. They had a similar style, and Paulie Malignaggi had the gift of gab like Tyson Fury does today. So it's a conflict of interest, but we're going to give Paulie Malignaggi the benefit of the doubt. Because the difference between the two, Paulie Malignaggi never cheated. So since he's not a detective, nor an expert at cheating, then obviously he's going to give Tyson Fury the benefit of the doubt due to his intentions being good. Therefore, I'm about to put it together like puzzle and paint a perfect picture for Paulie Malignaggi so he could clearly see. So Paulie Malignaggi, grab a microscope, grab your glasses, whatever you have to do to see correctly. Because if a picture says 1,000 words, this picture right here that I'm about to paint for you is going to say 1,000,000 words. This picture right here, Paulie, is going to speak to your soul. Even if you a non-believer, it's going to make you a believer. So don't go decaf mode on me and play death when you hear the truth, or go Stevie Wonder and start to wonder instead of seeing with your own eyes. But before I do so, I want to give a shout out to my Akhi King Corley One Fights, as he set the track in motion for Akhi to rap on. As Yabroski was just having a peaceful day, fishing, working on the next track my Akhi's been requesting me to do, King Corley's one gave me a bait to throw to the ocean. And I used it, aiming for the big sharks. However, a little fish came through, and since old media haven't gave me too much to work with, I take whatever I could get at the moment. So Paulie Malignaggi ended up being the victim, as he hanged himself while he was debating with me after I threw him the rope. And I was in disbelief, because usually when Akhi debates, he has no mercy on his opponents. But Paulie Malignaggi hanged himself with his own hands. Therefore, Akhi didn't commit a crime. It was Paulie Malignaggi who hanged himself. I was just watching him and being a witness of this sacrifice. So RIP Paulie Malignaggi, and we're going to go ahead and dive into the debate that I had with Paulie Malignaggi, where he basically debunked his own self while debating with me. But before I do so, first of all, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't, and listen to these decafs, aka dumb casual ass fans / old media. Shout out to DBN for being the entrepreneur of new media that I'm a part of. And let's get straight to it. Now, first things first, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that 95 to 99% of the population on Earth have around the same intellect. What I mean by that, a regular human being, a scientist, or an entrepreneur, we all blessed with having the basic common sense. So it don't matter if it's me, you, Paulie Malignaggi, the creator of algebra, Muhammad ibn Musa, or even Bill Gates. If you ask either one of us, what is 4 plus 4? The obvious answer is 8, because that's what you have been taught. That's what makes sense. So if you're in a room full of vultures and there's 100 people in that room, and the creator of algebra, Muhammad ibn Musa, asks everyone in the room, "What is 4 plus 4?" And everyone yells out, "15. Aren't you gonna look around like everyone is crazy? You even gonna doubt yourself. You're gonna start telling yourself, either everyone is crazy or I'm crazy. But if you have the guts to yell out the right answer that you feel is right, then of course the professor that created algebra, Muhammad ibn Musa, gonna co-sign your answer, which that's gonna spark the room. And everyone is gonna look at you and be like, man, you have to be the odd man out and tell the right answer. Shame on you." Nah, that's gonna get carried on and people's gonna know the right answer. And that's what basically happened with the Glove Gate. Because if the allegations didn't hold no weight, it wouldn't have blew up bigger than the fight itself. So while I was debating with Paulie Malignaggi, I informed him on Joey Spencer. The fact that he actually fought someone in Detroit in the amateurs that basically used the same tactics Tyson Fury did on Deontay Wilder, which I made a video on that, and I'm gonna leave it in the comment section below. So when I informed Paulie Malignaggi on that, after he insisted 1,000 times that it's physically impossible for a fighter to put his fist where the palm of the hand's supposed to be and punch from inside of the glove, he insisted that it's physically impossible, even though Joey Spencer had confirmed it's physically possible. Matter of fact, he's a living victim to someone that utilized the same tactics that Tyson Fury did against Deontay Wilder. He fought someone in the amateurs that utilized them same tactics. But let Paulie Malignaggi tell it, it's physically impossible, even though it's have been done in the past and have been proven that it's actually possible. Now, what sense does that make? How idiotic does that sound, ladies and gentlemen? And just to put icing on the cake, Paulie Malignaggi response was even more shocking. His exact response was, "I'm gonna have a sit down with Joey Spencer when it comes to that." Like, what does that mean? You're gonna sit down with Joey Spencer and tell him, "Joey Spencer, why you didn't follow the code? Why you had to tell on Tyson Fury when you could have easily went with the flow and people wouldn't have blamed you? Just do what I'm doing. Talk out of your a-hole and BS it around. Come on, Joey, you know you didn't have to break the code." And if Paulie ever tells Joey Spencer that, most likely Joey's gonna respond by telling him, "See, me and you cut different. That won't sit too well on my conscience." At the end of the day, I had to speak the whole truth. And shout out to Joey Spencer for keeping it a buck. But my point is, as intelligent as Paulie Malignaggi supposed to be, how you explain that you trying to convince me that it's physically impossible to do what the allegations suggest, even though Joey Spencer is a victim / a witness, and he confirmed that this can be done, it have been done in the past, and it was actually my opponent that I fought. That's a perfect example of letting your emotion get the best of you and blind you from the truth. So, furthermore, we just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. We about to cook Paulie Malignaggi up, and that was just the seasoning. We haven't even really started cooking yet. So, I also asked Paulie Malignaggi, how do you explain Tyson Fury throwing a hook, not a jab, and when he threw the hook, the glove rotated in 90 degrees? Can you please logically explain that, Paulie? Now, his first answer was ignoring it, obviously. But after I insisted, he responded by stating it did not rotate 90 degrees. Where? Well, Paulie Malignaggi, right there. Don't go Stevie Wonder, man. Don't go Stevie Wonder on me like Professor Stephen Wonder did during Split Decision. And you too are invited if you want to get that work again. Because you about to get this work. You about to get this work, Paulie, on some Loaded Lux work. Now, as y'all see in the pictures above, you could clearly see that the glove is rotating 90 degrees. Now, I challenge Paulie or any one of you to find anyone that threw a hook and the glove rotated in 90 degrees, just like y'all see in the picture above. Paulie Malignaggi, show me how is that possible for a glove to rotate that far back. I challenge you to put on gloves and throw a hook and the glove rotate in 90 degrees like you see in the picture above. And what makes the matter worse for y'all decafs is that when he even lands, he slaps with it. Now, of course, I'm going to get to Paulie Malignaggi explanation to that, where he was reaching so hard, he almost pulled an arm or a leg, reaching that far. He was reaching for the stars and the moons just to realize it was all a dream, where I actually had to pimp slap him with the truth so he could realize it was nothing but a nightmare. So wake up and face reality. Now, Paulie Malignaggi explanation was the glove wasn't rotating in 90 degrees. Matter of fact, that's his palm bending due to Tyson Fury punching with an open hand. That's according to Paulie. Even though we could clearly see in the pictures otherwise, due to different factors such as the hand wrap sticking out of the glove being looser, and these footage with hard evidence proof. This is not Akhi emotionally talking like Paulie Malignaggi is. This is Akhi bringing facts to the table, as y'all see above. However, Paulie Malignaggi want to be blind to the truth. So let's talk about it. First of all, it's physically impossible to punch with an open hand and for your hand to rotate in 90 degrees, especially when you're throwing a hook. You don't believe me? You could try it yourself. I challenge you to show me how your hand bends in 90 degrees, like Paulie Malignaggi suggested or try to explain. Paulie Malignaggi, by your own words, that's physically impossible. So what are you talking about, my guy? When you throw a hook, I challenge for your palm to bend in 90 degrees the way I see in the picture above. Either Tyson Fury wrist is broken for it to rotate that much. It's literally physically impossible. You have to be non-human. So Paulie Malignaggi explanation is automatically debunked. But let me knock out his silly claim even more, just to be petty. Akhi's having one of them days. Now, second of all, punching with an open hand is illegal in the sport of boxing. Let me emphasize again. Punching with your palm with an open hand is illegal in the sport of boxing. Third of all, in this picture y'all see above, we all could clearly see Tyson Fury fingers where the palm of the hand is supposed to be located, which confirmed the accusations. We could also see the thumb sticking out of the glove almost. So don't go Stevie Wonder on me. Grab your microscope, your glasses, whatever you have to do to see correctly. And if you're still living in denial, then how you explain the horizontal line that indicate Tyson Fury fingers being there? And I wish Paulie Malignaggi has the audacity to claim that that's Tyson Fury palm, and that horizontal line indicates Fury palmar flexion crease, because as humans we don't have a horizontal one. Explain that, Paulie, and don't play that dumb game with me trying to confuse the vertical and the horizontal. I'm talking about if you're looking at your fingers or your hand and the fingers are pointing in the horizontal direction like y'all see in the picture above. Where is the horizontal line on the palm of the hand? Where? And a straight one too, like the one y'all see in the picture above. But if you being honest with yourself, that clearly looked like the line when you close your fist. That horizontal line looks like the lines in between the fingers. It's the same shade than all of the above. You either have to be non-human or alien for you to have a horizontal palmar flexion crease. So, Paulie Malignaggi, you're looking horrible for the moment. And I promise you, it's gonna get worse. If Paulie Malignaggi was actually Tyson Fury attorney, Tyson Fury will be doing 25 to life as we speak. Because usually as the defender, you're supposed to bring great explanations that explain all of these hard evidence that y'all see right in front of y'all faces, that new media gathered in the Akhi investigation. And Paulie Malignaggi, on the other hand, we questioning, is he smarter than the 5th grader? I mean, no disrespect to Paulie Malignaggi intelligence, but as an intelligent man, Paulie Malignaggi is trying to convince me that if the allegations are true, then Tyson Fury will have had broken his hand if he was punching Deontay Wilder with his bare knuckle. But on the other hand, he don't want to acknowledge that, according to his own theory, if Fury punched Wilder with an open hand, then there's a high chance of him breaking his wrist due to him punching like that throughout the night. So what sense does that make? However, what does make a lot of sense that Paulie Malignaggi don't want to face is that Tyson Fury was punching Deontay Wilder bare knuckle on his face. And the fact that Tyson Fury has hand wraps on his hand, there's a higher chance of Tyson Fury damaging Deontay Wilder's face than his actual hand. And the fact that he comes from a bare knuckle family, it's in his DNA. And thanks to the hand wrap being there, he should be A-okay. He definitely will do more damage to Deontay Wilder than to his hand. Therefore, Paulie Malignaggi should know better than that, especially when he did bare knuckle fighting, even though he has bad hands. And especially when a world champion, or a former world champion, I should say, Steve Cunningham, Tyson Fury, toughest opponent till this day, according to Fury himself, displayed and made a 5-minute video of how Tyson Fury could have possibly got away with cheating, allegedly. Then Paulie Malignaggi followed up by stating that Tyson Fury wasn't really throwing a hook, it was a throwaway punch. He tried to justify it by claiming that he was throwing a hook to get Deontay Wilder to react. He wasn't putting too much on it in order to spend less energy and make it a throwaway punch to set up other punches. However, I don't know what fight he was watching, but the fight that I was watching, the hook was the key to success because he was even hurting Deontay Wilder with the hook, pushing back Deontay Wilder, especially in the rematch. And even in the first fight, you heard Tyson Fury's own trainer, Ben, tell him that, listen, you're 1,000 times better than him. You could beat him with your left hand alone. And I played the audio for that on my other videos that I'm going to leave in the comment section. Don't worry, I got my proofs. So I say that because Tyson Fury hurt Deontay Wilder on more than one occasion with the left hook. And the right hand was like the icing on the cake. Now, don't get me wrong. I do see how Tyson Fury was actually using the left hand to gauge distance and to use it as a throwaway punch. But for Paulie Malignaggi to ignore and not acknowledge that Tyson Fury was hurting Deontay Wilder with the left hand on more than one occasion and pushing him back. At some points, he was throwing a hook solo, and he will do so much damage hurting Deontay Wilder with it. And it was pretty evident because he will back up Deontay Wilder every time he landed a hook clean, pushing him back every time. So yes, on one hand, I do see Tyson Fury setting up Deontay Wilder with the left hand. And even at some points, he used the Kronk Gym style, using the left hand to push Deontay Wilder's face and land the right hand. It was like a setup way, the Kronk Gym way. I do acknowledge that. Unlike Paulie Malignaggi, when I bring up a point or an allegation, what he does in return is talk out of his a-hole. So like I said, Tyson Fury and Paulie Malignaggi had a lot of similarities, including the fact that Paulie Malignaggi didn't have a lot of power. However, for Tyson Fury case, he figured, since I don't have a lot of power, in order to make it up, I'm going to punch bare knuckle. And that's what he pretty much did. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is not something he started yesterday. This is something he perfected throughout the years. So all of these coincidences don't help his case, such as the referee or even the cut man. His uncle is Margarito trainer. And all of these bad coincidences, such as him training in Detroit, a city where bare knuckle punching and boxing is pretty normal, according to Joey Spencer, a hot PBC prospect, and many more reasons, but that's beside the point. Let's get back on track. Basically, it's understandable if you give the benefit of the doubt to a fighter that's innocent and never cheated. However, if you fool me one time, shame on you. If you fool me twice, shame on me. Now, Paulie Malignaggi, when he's debating with Akhi, he's more deflecting than debating. I truly believe if Paulie was as good when it comes to deflecting punches in the ring as he is when it comes to deflecting points when he debates, he probably would have had Mayweather beat when it comes to his defense. But sadly, it's only when it comes to debating because he don't have the answers. So he basically digging his own grave even deeper before he dive into it. Especially when you debating Akhi. Because I speak the truth. And the only other side to that is the lie. When I bring facts to the table, that trumps y'all opinions and Paulie's opinion. And usually I will dig my opponent's grave so I could bury them in it once I'm done. However, Paulie is even digging his own grave. He making it easier for me. All I gotta do is sit back and watch. Another claim by Paulie Malignaggi, or him responding to me as I was asking him a lot of questions, he responded by stating, pro gloves are so tight that it's hard to maneuver your hand in the glove. He stated that it's so tight that you have to pull it on and pull it off. And even when you pull it off after the fight, after they cut the laces off, someone else has to pull the glove off because it's so tight. Then he later on added that according to the allegations, if the fist was located where the palm of the hand is supposed to be, then after a round or two, the glove is gonna fall off. Now that's a contradiction. And he hanged himself without me even doing any work. So if that went over your head, first of all, according to Paulie, the glove is so tight that they have to pull it off, and even after they cut the laces off after the fight, they still have to pull it off in order to take the glove off the fighter. However, he want to claim that if the fist is where the palm of the hand is supposed to be located, then the glove will automatically fall. That's absolutely false, because the diameter of the wrist is way less than the diameter of the fist. So that's not physically possible, because how the process works, see, your hand's gonna be wrapped, which is gonna give the fist area a bigger diameter, and then the glove gonna be laced up on the wrist area. Then the glove gonna be taped up around the wrist area. So even if the fist is located where the palm of the hand is supposed to be located, it would not slip because the diameter of the fist is way larger than the diameter of the wrist. So he's going to be A-OK. So that's false by Paulie Malignaggi. However, early on, he was trying to use that same logic to justify that there's no room for manipulation inside of the glove because it's so tight. Even though y'all could see above Tyson Fury adjusting the glove during the fight. Now, what is Paulie Malignaggi gonna say? He was cracking his knuckles? Man, like I said, Paulie Malignaggi is reaching so hard that he might pull his arm or leg off for Tyson Fury. So Paulie Malignaggi, quit being blind to the truth, because I could logically explain with hard evidence how it's possible for him to manipulate his hand inside of the glove. As y'all see in the picture above, the left hand laces is looser than the right hand. See, this right here you're seeing is a fact, and facts trump opinions any given day of the week. So Paulie Malignaggi, you can have your opinion, but opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Some opinions bigger than most. Now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that all of these responses are actually Paulie Malignaggi's own words and could be proven if y'all visit my man King Corley's One Fights on Instagram. Shout out to my bro Ski for setting Paulie Malignaggi up again. So let's go ahead and dive into the next point by Paulie Malignaggi, where he stated, WTF is the advantage of having your hand where the palm of the hand's supposed to be located. Well, at the end of the day, if you don't know what the hell the advantage of that, then I don't even know why I'm having this conversation with you. You could act ignorant all you want, but the advantage is you could fool your opponent on the range, where he's safe and where he's not safe, and then also you hit his ass with your bare knuckle. And don't tell me that's not an advantage. And like I said, I already debunked him breaking his hand, because if he's gonna break his hand, he's also gonna break his hand slapping as well. And since his hand is wrapped, he's not gonna break his hand, or at least he's gonna do more damage to Deontay Wilder's face than his own hand. And as a former fighter, Paulie Malignaggi should also know that when you fighting, your adrenaline is actually running and you don't feel a lot of pain till after the fight. However, Paulie Malignaggi want to claim, how is that even possible? You will end up breaking your hand. Even though a former world champion made a 5-minute video displaying how Tyson Fury was punching bare knuckle through inside of the glove. So let Paulie Malignaggi tell it though, it's not physically possible. However, picture this. Even after the fact that it have been proven that it's physically possible by a former world champion named Steve Cunningham, Paulie Malignaggi had the audacity to tell me, how about you demonstrate that and display that in a video after you wrap your hand and put it in a 10-ounce glove, then send it to me. That's the moment I realized he effed up. That's the moment I realized he's either trolling or sadly he has brain damage. God forbid. First of all, a world champion or a former world champion that fought Tyson Fury himself displayed it. But Paulie Malignaggi want me to do it? Now, of course, I got some boxing experience, but I'm not no freaking world champion. So if someone already showed that it's possible, how are you going to tell me that it's not possible? This is the equivalence of someone claiming that this bank right here, it could never be robbed. They got the top security in the game, this and that. And then when you do your research on it, you find out that this bank have been robbed before. And then a week later, this bank get robbed again. But this same person is still claiming that this bank could never be robbed. You know how idiotic that sound? That's exactly what Paulie Malignaggi sound like. You can't try to debunk something that's already have been proven is possible. Now I'm about to paint a perfect picture for y'all. and put the last missing piece of the puzzle. Can you picture if they actually made two Titanic ships, and then after the first one crashed, we already know the story behind that. Someone comes to you, and let's say you a billionaire, and he trying to sell you this Titanic ship, and he trying to convince you that it could never, ever sink. Even though we already know it's possible. It already happened in the past. However, this person trying to convince you otherwise. And that's equivalent of what Paulie Malignaggi is trying to convince Akhi. And that's why I told y'all early on, I'll let him hang himself with his own doing. Talking about grasping for straws. That's exactly what Paulie is doing. Even after Steve Cunningham displayed it and Joey Spencer came out and talked about the fact that he was a victim of this cheating tactic in the amateurs, Paulie Malignaggi still want Akhi to display how Tyson Fury cheated. Y'all have to keep in mind, only a cheater knows how to get away with cheating. So you really can't go to an innocent man and tell him to display or tell you exactly how the cheater cheated. You have to go to that cheater. And Paulie Malignaggi could actually talk to Tyson Fury. So talk to him, then come back and get with us. And I challenge you, Paulie, to put on your gloves. And then when you throw a hook, not a fling jab, don't try to deflect, throw a hook, and I challenge for that glove to rotate in 90 degrees, the way Tyson Fury Glove did. I challenge you, Paulie. So go ahead and prove Tyson Fury innocence. Your man's, your superhero. You want him to maintain as a superhero and not a villain? Then go ahead. But I'm pretty sure you could care less if he's a superhero or a villain, if he cheated or not, as long as he beat Deontay Wilder. So that's something that's personal with you and Deontay Wilder, my brother. Now, moving on to the next point about Paulie Malignaggi. He said, or he tried to justify the blood on the left hand, on the knuckle area in particular. He said it came from the excessive use of the left hand by Tyson Fury. And when Tyson Fury finished Deontay Wilder off, he was actually pushing his face with the palm of his hand. So he claiming that the blood leaked through from inside of the glove on the palm area, and that's how the blood got into Tyson Fury's hand. But he didn't explain how it ended up on the knuckle area. Like I said, one thing for sure, it did not go through the leather. We know that. But according to Paulie Malignaggi explanation, the blood leaked through from the palm of the hand. However, it's not physically possible for the blood to leak through from the palm area all the way to the knuckle area. That's just not possible. That's magic right there, if you ask me. Unless Tyson Fury knuckles or fist was located where the palm of the hand's supposed to be, which confirmed the accusations. That's the only possible way. See, ladies and gentlemen, Paulie Malignaggi is not speaking logically. He's speaking emotionally. That's why he's being blind to the truth. So I challenge Paulie Malignaggi to logically explain how the blood leaked from the palm area all the way to the fist area. It's not physically possible, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care how much blood there was on Deontay Wilder's face. Because if that happened on the left hand, it will have happened on the right hand. But Paulie is so emotionally attached that he's not even thinking right. He could have easily logically explained this by stating maybe Tyson Fury wiped his nose after the fight. Maybe he hugged Deontay Wilder and that went on the hand wraps. Now that's a logical answer that makes sense. but the one Paulie Malignaggi gave didn't make sense. However, one thing for sure, you could probably debunk this because we're not 100% sure when it comes to the blood on the hand wrap. But as far as the other allegations, there is no debunking that. So I'm over here helping Paulie out. And I also have to give him a tip or two on what to say and what not to say while I'm actually debating him, which means I'm toying with him. Easy breezy, baby. Don't duck me, son. Word to Keith one time. However, Paulie Malignaggi has the audacity to claim and question my credentials when it comes to boxing, claiming that I'm mad that Deontay Wilder lost. That's why I'm making these claims, talking like these decafs, aka dumb casual ass fans, when they realize they making no damn sense and can no longer win the debate, so they start talking out of their a-hole. I mean, let Paulie Malignaggi tell it. He's not emotional when he's being blind to the truth due to his emotion. The only reason he's bringing up Deontay Wilder is because either he have some hatred toward Deontay Wilder because he kicked him off the commentary for the fight, so on and so forth, or something that I'm not informed on. Because at the end of the day, this is not about Deontay Wilder losing. Paulie Malignaggi, quit deflecting. This is about Tyson Fury allegedly cheating, putting a black eye on the sport of boxing, because there's no place for cheaters in the sport. This is a sport where you could die in the ring, where you could actually kill your opponent. So there is no place for cheaters in the sport of boxing. So this is more so about Tyson Fury cheating than Deontay Wilder losing. However, Paulie Malignaggi emotion is blocking all of that. I mean, it's hard to believe that this is the same guy that went off on Manny Pacquiao for years. Even though Manny Pacquiao, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, he never failed a drug test. However, I do agree that it was highly suspicious for Manny Pacquiao to turn down a VADA test with Floyd Money Mayweather and with many more fighters. But the way Paulie Malignaggi went off on Manny Pacquiao, man, it was the old classic Paulie Malignaggi that we want back. We want that Paulie Malignaggi out of retirement, and we want him to keep that same energy with Tyson Fury that actually failed the drug test, ladies and gentlemen. So you would think Paulie Malignaggi is going to give him more work than he gave Manny Pacquiao. But oh, nah. Paulie Malignaggi didn't even speak on that, not even once, ladies and gentlemen. So you telling me that Paulie Malignaggi don't have no bias toward Tyson Fury and his team? Man, you would think he's part of the team the way he talks about Tyson Fury. Matter of fact, he sounds like he is the team. That's why he has zero credibility when it comes to the Glove Gate accusations, as he has no answers for none of the accusations or the allegations. You name it. It's literally common sense, ladies and gentlemen. So Paulie Malignaggi, all of a sudden, is not smarter than the fifth grader? That's why he wants to be part of the cover-up. But this is the Akhi investigation. And Paulie Malignaggi became a victim. Because like I said, keep the same energy, don't flip. Now, of course, Paulie Malignaggi flipped when I brought that up on Instagram when I was debating with him. Paulie Malignaggi said, why you have to bring his past into the present? He did acknowledge that Tyson Fury doesn't have the best track record. However, on the other hand, it wasn't me that brought that to the table. Blame Carefoot. He the one that sticked his foot up in old media ass. The 70 years old farmer that Tyson Fury bribed to lie in court. He the reason why people started talking about Tyson Fury failed drug test. Now y'all have to keep in mind that Akhi believes in second chances. Even though Deontay Wilder's favorite quote is, Once a cheater, you will always be a cheater. But I believe in second chances. I don't believe in cover-ups. I believe you should tell the whole truth. People will get a better message if they know the real story. But it is what it is. Let ESPN tell it how they want to tell it. However, no one ever claimed that the reason why Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury is because Tyson Fury took steroids in the past. No one ever brought that claim to the table. It's actually the contrary. People thought that was a deflection from the Glove Gate in order to take attention away from Tyson Fury tampering with his glove and not having his fist all the way in the glove. It was actually Kara Foot that brought it to the table and brought life to it when he came out claiming that Tyson Fury bribed him to lie in court. And he claimed that Tyson Fury told him to go claim that he had a wild boar in his farm that's extinguished, which is a wilder excuse than Wilder swinging, according to y'all haters. That's the wildest ish I ever heard. A wild boar? Really? That's extinguished? That also had contaminated meat? Not usually. Where is smoke, there's fire. And after Tyson Fury was facing an 8-year ban by UKADA, he chose to relinquish his license in the UK, giving up on a UK mega fight between him and Anthony Joshua, which would have been the biggest fight that had ever taken place in the UK. Which, by that move alone, that showed that he's guilty. So, Tyson Fury wasn't the only one. His cousin was doing the same thing. And even his best friend, Saunders. So, you are who you hang with. And I'm pretty sure he's still here who he came with. But one thing for sure, the 70-year-old man had him shook. So that's why that got brought up again, and it had another life of its own due to Kara Foot. Not Akhi. I was just doing my job reporting. Don't hate the messenger, hate the message. So one thing for sure, no one ever used that to why Deontay Wilder lost to Tyson Fury. People are questioning the Glove Gate. The fact that Tyson Fury came out in the past claiming that if I don't fight with these gloves that I requested, then I'm pulling out. We either fight bare knuckle or I fight with the gloves that I requested. And the fact that his track record is dirty, which you could hate it or love it, it's not a good look on Tyson Fury's behalf. No matter how you look at it, from either angle, it's a bad look. The fact that he's willing to do whatever it takes in order to win, including cheating. And I'm talking about tampering with his glove, like Mark McDonald busted him in the past, or even taking steroids. We know Tyson Fury is willing to go there. He did it versus a lower tier opponents. So imagine his toughest opponent to this day. So this ain't like we are accusing him of doing something he haven't done in the past. No, even the Glove Gate accusations, Tyson Fury did something similar to that. And according to Amir Khan, you could order gloves made out of horsehair and they're going to feel like they tampered with. Ask Floyd Money Mayweather when he fought Maidana. And I'm pretty sure Paulie Malignaggi knows these things. But he went off on Pacquiao, but wouldn't even go off on Tyson Fury, not even a little bit. So we know he's biased toward the Fury family because maybe he's part of the team. However, he's questioning my credibility when I'm speaking facts, while he's speaking his opinion. I'm speaking the whole truth while he's trying to justify a lie. Ladies and gentlemen, what y'all have to realize, when it comes to Tyson Fury, in both cases, and I'm talking about and referring to the Glove Gate and Tyson Fury failing a drug test in the past, there's witnesses and there's proof. When it comes to the Glove Gate, Tyson Fury's sparring partner is the witness. And the evidence is the ones I displayed on this video. That's the equivalence of Tyson Fury committing a crime with a gun and leaving the gun at the scene of the crime. He got caught red-handed, and I mean literally. And when it comes to Tyson Fury failing a drug test in the past, UKADA failed drug test is the proof and Kerfoot is the witness. So in both cases, he's really guilty. So the purpose of this video is to show that there's two sides to every story. However, when the truth is spoken, the other side is nothing but a lie. And on to the next desperate point by Paulie Malignaggi, where he pretty much claims that the Glove Gate is nothing but a fairy tale. That's why you don't see these fighters co-signing these allegations, which is absolutely false. Again, Paulie Malignaggi need to do his research when debating with Akhi, because I got my receipts, and I'm gonna leave them in the comment section below. First of all, Errol Spence retweeted it to Max Kellerman and ESPN. He retweeted Tyson Fury hand wraps sticking out of the glove, which that was a big question mark. Steve Cunningham made a 5-minute video displaying how Tyson Fury could have possibly got away with cheating, debunking Paulie Malignaggi. Joey Spencer is a witness and a victim when it comes to fighting someone that utilized these same cheating tactics by Tyson Fury. However, Paulie Malignaggi want to claim that this is physically impossible, even though it had been done in the past. And we have witnesses and victims. Another victim / witness is Tyson Fury's own sparring partner. And I got a video on that as well. Check it out in the comment section below, where he actually busted Tyson Fury right after sparring using tampered gloves, aka Nicholas Berry, that actually has a video on it. So he's a witness, have footage of it, which is proof, and he's also a victim next to Joey Spencer. And we also have George Grove, Tyson Fury's own countryman. He acknowledged that Tyson Fury's left glove wasn't in all the way. To that list, throw Charles Martin in there, where he talked about the allegations for 30 minutes, co-signing everything. And many more fighters, including trainers such as Hall of Fame trainer, TMT trainer, Cooper, who also displayed and talked about the different benefits Tyson Fury could have received with not having his hand all the way in the glove versus Deontay Wilder. So all of these witnesses, all of these victims, all of this proof, but Paulie Malignaggi want to be blind to it. Even Stevie Wonder could see this because he blessed with hearing. However, Paulie Malignaggi chooses to be deaf when the truth is spoken. And even the man that's nicknamed the Truth, Errol Spence, retweeted it and brought awareness to it. And Errol Spence has more credibility than Paulie Malignaggi will ever have. Now on to the last desperate point by Paulie Malignaggi, where he stated, listen, if these allegations are true, Al Haymon is the smartest man in boxing that I know. He would have definitely ate this up in court. So why wouldn't he do anything about it? Well, I got the answer to that, Paulie. I got the answer, Sway. It's apparent that you don't have the answers to my questions. However, I have answers to every single question of yours. So when it comes to Al Haymon, it's a no-brainer that the money is the issue. Matter of fact, Deontay Wilder most likely told Al Haymon, oh, we won't do a damn thing about this till I get my revenge, because the revenge is the sweetest thing next to getting mushy. Tupac could tell you that. Now, if Al Haymon does something about it, yes, Tyson Fury could possibly get suspended, or most likely he won't, because his Hope Insurance gonna kick in yet again. But one thing for sure, Deontay Wilder is gonna miss out on a big money fight, the biggest yet, between him and Tyson Fury in a trilogy match. Second of all, he will miss his opportunity at revenge. At this point, what good will it do Deontay Wilder getting Tyson Fury suspended? Not a damn thing. Because one thing for sure, the memes, Deontay Wilder getting dropped by Tyson Fury and getting TKO'd, it will live forever, regardless of Tyson Fury allegedly cheating or not. Because these decafs / racist fans could care less if Tyson Fury cheated or not. As long he beats a fighter from the coincidental list and he a fighter from the hope list, oh, so be it, man. You could grab a bat and beat him with it, as long as you win. So that's why Deontay Wilder wouldn't do a damn thing about it, in my opinion. Now, that's an opinion. I don't know 100%, but my intelligence tell me that Deontay Wilder want to solve the matter with his own hand. When he get a crack at Tyson Fury in a trilogy match on an even playing field, then he will let his hand do the talking. That's how Deontay Wilder move. However, if he does talk about it now and speaks on it, that will ruin the trilogy match. That's first of all. And if that's not the case and Tyson Fury Hope Insurance kicks in yet again, then they're going to flip the narrative and claim Deontay Wilder is making excuses yet again, just like the costume excuse. But they acknowledge the costume excuse and talked about it, even though they claim it's ridiculous. But they wouldn't talk about the real issue, which is cheating in the sport of boxing, allegedly, because you are innocent to proving guilty in America. But when it comes to a fighter on the hope list, you are innocent even if you're guilty. And if you're guilty, then they're not going to take you to court. So with that being stated, you have to keep in mind that Deontay Wilder is in a lose-lose situation. He damn if he do, damn if he don't. So he better off making his success do the noise. That's where Deontay Wilder at the moment with Al Heyman. And you could thank the double standards for that, Paulie Malignaggi. So with that being stated, the moral of the story, Tyson Fury Glove Gate is equivalent of someone robbing the bank. And they have footage of him robbing the bank with a gun. And then when they take this man to court, Paulie Malignaggi is one of the lawyers that is really doing Tyson Fury a disservice, because with all the evidence that new media gathered in Akhi's investigation, if Paulie Malignaggi is the defender for Tyson Fury and the crime he committed, Tyson Fury will be doing 25 to life as we speak, because Paulie Malignaggi is doing a horrible job. I mean, he has to be in it for the money. I mean, as the defender, he has to be more intelligent than that, because he's walking himself into a hole that he can't get out of. New media, on one hand, is gathering all these proofs from the scene of the crime with footages of the weapon and Tyson Fury. We even have witnesses. We even have victims from the scene of the crime itself. On the other hand, old media and Paulie Malignaggi want to ignore all of the allegations as the defenders. But when they do acknowledge them, they want to claim it's some BS, but they can't logically explain none of the allegations. So when it comes to the decision making, which is the judge's job, where the judge is supposed to be objective, no bias, so on and so forth, it's a no-brainer. When it comes to this video and the debate Akhi had with Paulie Malignaggi, where I sparked his ass out, this case is case closed before it even begins. I mean, it ain't even a discussion. If this video is equivalent of a fight, then I done knocked out Paulie before the fight even began. However, who am I kidding? The Hope Insurance could save the day for Paulie Malignaggi and save Tyson Fury tail. And that's the equivalent of Paulie Malignaggi having the judge in his pocket. These glove gate accusations that old media don't want to acknowledge show the corruption in the sport of boxing. And Paulie Malignaggi is no better than Tyson Fury. Yes, he was an innocent fighter when he fought, he never cheated. But if you condone a cheater, then that don't make you better than him. I mean, that's like trying to figure out the difference between the man that committed the sin and his friend that convinced him to commit the sin. What's really the difference? They both sinners at the end of the day when it comes to the eye of the beholder. However, Allah gave us the blessing of seeing and our vision. But all of these old media members and Tyson Fury partners, aka Paulie Malignaggi, want to play Stevie Wonder on us and want to wonder instead. Ignoring all the allegations right in front of their faces that's backed up with hard evidence, ladies and gentlemen, they try to run away as fast as they can from the truth. But regardless of how fast they could run, regardless of them trying to contain the truth will leak out. Because you could try to hide the truth, but the truth will always find its way out. Like my man Deontay always say, you could lock up the truth in a box and throw away the key, and the truth will find its way out. And remember, there's always two sides to every story. But when the truth is spoken, the other side is nothing but a lie. And when the facts are laid out, opinions are trumped with. And y'all broski Akhi rather be hated for telling the truth than be loved for telling a lie. So that's part of being in new media. You have to tell the truth. So you too could be part of new media. All you have to do is tell the truth when you report. So again, new media, we not here to create confusion. We trying to restore order and maintaining it after old media made double standards in the sport of boxing pretty normal. It's the norm now. So it's our job as new media to tell the whole truth and restore order after old media created all of this confusion that we have to clean up. So we got to clean their mess up. And last but not least, don't fear no man but Allah. So subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about a minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't, and listen to these decafs, aka dumb casual ass fans / old media. And old media, is that really the best y'all could do? Is Paulie Malignaggi? That's like a little bitty fish in a deep ocean. We want the big sharks. Akhi could knock out Paulie Malignaggi with the wing of the punch. He won't even see me coming. Just like y'all saw in this video. It literally felt I was watching Paulie Malignaggi commit suicide when he was debating with me. Just like Professor Stevie Wonder on Split Decision, episode 26, which I'm going to leave in the comment section below as well. With that being stated, shout out to DBN for being the entrepreneur of new media that I'm a part of. And make sure y'all follow my bro Ski Lunatune for the funniest boxing memes. If a picture says 1,000 words, his meme says 1,000,000 words. I will leave all the links in the description box below. I will leave all the receipts that I mentioned in this video in the comment section below. So follow Lunatune Boxing, follow me too at Akhi TV on Instagram. And if you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post or go live on Split Decision. It's a boxing debate / talk show where Akhi is the past, present, and future pound for pound when it comes to debating. So I knocked out Paulie, and everybody is invited, including all of y'all decafs that I'll be knocking out on the daily. So I appreciate every single one of my Akhis. I actually got a new show coming. It's called the Akhi Brotherhood, which stand for the Boxing Brotherhood. Akhi stand for my brother, and we all brothers when it comes to the sport of boxing. So if you want to be part of the family, subscribe and click on the notification bell I'm humbled by all the support and the love I've been getting, and to be continued on the next episode on Akhi, Akhi TV. But till then, all y'all decafs, claim y'all hate to hear the truth and cry all day more than Paulie, but y'all be the first one to click on my video and comment. How ironic. And peace, and we out of here.
This is Don Marlene, you watch Akhi TV.
This is Richie Comment. Keep watching Akhi TV. Subscribe.
Ali Twatey, free bacon, egg, and cheese after my fight. We here with Akhi TV. You know, we out here.
That's what you get if you don't subscribe, huh?
Subscribe, like, you already know, comment. We out here.
And that I go on to say, I don't got time for the hate. I need more time in my day. I put the ice in my bay, yeah. You riding on me, I get my drip overseas. Niggas are hating on me.